You are free to recap whenever you are ready.
Right, so we went to the fancy pants inn, the jeweled pearl, and we got rooms there for the astronomical price, and Chungus, Bartoran, and Galactor went to the bathhouse, while Jalu prowled around for information. Then Jalu was talking with these guys. I think Roberto and Giovanni, if I recall correctly.
It's Georgia.
Giorgio, yes. Ways they were. It seemed like they were kind of hiding something, being kind of vague when questioned about the auction and the silk handkerchief. And then then a couple assassins walked in on uh, on Chungus and Bartoran and Galactor while they had practically claimed the bathhouse for themselves, and thus
Yep.
began the uh, the poolside slaughter. And Galactor dragged them out into their bodies into the hallway or the reception area and talked to the manager. And,
While he was buck naked, by the way.
of course. And that's about all I can remember at the moment.
Oh, there was the part where you literally curb stomped one of the assassins.
Yeah, like lifting him up and I had him pinned below the water, and I was like bashing his head against the floor of the pool. Then I lifted him up and smashed his head against the corner or the edge of the pool.
Now nobody can take a bath. It's filled with blood.
Nope.
And the other one poisoned himself.
Yep.
Yep.
Must be.
Before we could get answers out of him.
Yep.
Classic cyanide routine.
Nightshade, I believe it was, as I recall saying.
Ah, yes.
Is there anything anybody else would like to add to this?
God. The only other person who could add to it would be Dan, because my character wasn't, like, as soon as the pool was done, he ran back upstairs to chug all of his health potions and put his armor and shit back on.
All right. It was mostly just us having a chat with the
Concierge.
manager, quote unquote.
Yes.
I think I probably continued bathing in the blood, in the bloody ass water.
And yeah, and we
Sounds like something
essentially
Chungus would do.
right. We essentially agreed to put all this under wraps for now,
Yeah.
to besmirch his good tavern's name, or not really tavern, but establishment.
Anything specific you would like to add from that conversation with the innkeep?
I only remember bits and pieces, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, Chungus wasn't there
It
either.
was just, from what I remember, he was just like, just asking who those people were that were attacked them in the bathhouse. And
Oh, and you took a peek in the ledger too.
oh yeah, I did that. That's how I got the information about where Mr. Roberto and Mr. Giorgio are staying, so we can perhaps take a peek inside their rooms. But yeah, maybe there was some information that he said that I don't remember, but I think it was just mostly us agreeing to keep this under wraps.
Oh,
Okay. Alrighty. We will go with that then. So,
A little scattered, but it works.
eh,
Yep.
As long as I remember, I know it's been more than
2 weeks.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
2.
3
Yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks.
Damn.
Because last week we did Warhammer.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
Warhammer
last
last
week we did
Tuesday.
Warhammer.
So
So 2.5.
yeah, 2.5,
Something like that.
2.5, 2.3.
Close enough if you want to get. If you want to be technical.
I gotta say, this Martinelli's sparkling apple cider is fantastic. If you want to get technical.
Mhm.
Sorry. I got distracted. I was sitting there drinking my drink. All right, so you all have you spoke with the manager.
Yep.
And the lady at the front desk.
Yeah.
You all have reclothed. You all have exited the bath.
Yeah.
You all have regrouped inside y'all's room.
Oh yeah.
They have secretly and kind of quietly snuck the bodies out the back. They have closed off the bathing area. They can't. There's some disgruntled guests, but they are not.
Needs maintenance.
Yeah. They have caution taped it
Maintenance.
off. It's like it's for your protection.
Under construction.
Yeah. So they have.
Caution, wet floor.
It's a bath.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. It's always gonna wet floor.
True. Sticky, disgusting wet floor.
Caution. Painting.
Yeah, you go. Wet paint.
There you go.
All right.
Just a little incident with red paint. No big deal.
Yeah, they painted
Yeah,
they painted the bath red. Anyway, so you all have taken the time to kind of reclothe, get dressed, and meet back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You all are free to discuss as you see fit. This is, it's you all's for determine as your next moves and your next determinations as you see fit.
Well, I need to find a way into those rooms.
Right.
And it would be easier if we had our mage with us so he could cast invisibility on me. But I can always try going over the roofs. But it might be easier at night or late in the afternoon. Or like
Maybe,
before
but it'd probably be in their room. So if you feel fine with trying to break in while they're in there.
I mean, has that ever stopped me before?
Just open the door.
Mr.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal paintings off the wall.
Exactly. See?
What time of day is it right now?
It is rather late afternoon.
Okay. Could be heading to dinner.
Oh, probably so. Do we know what they look like, though? That's the thing.
Well, Jalu does.
Yeah. Okay. So so Shalu, describe what they look like, so I know who to look for to see if they're actively at dinner, and if they are, I'll go check out their rooms.
Well, don't know offhand what they look like, but
Sorry. I was looking at something. Okay. So you remember Giorgio was a rather tall man, kind of stocky fella, probably not like Galactor tall, but a fairly tall guy, kind of slightly like a solid build, a little overweight but not bad. Solid full black hair, very very thick black hair, kind of deep recessed eyes, and kind of a darker skin tone.
Okay.
Kind of a slightly older man, probably 40s. Roberto, he was a fairly short and pudgy kind of guy, kind of heavy, fairly heavy set. Definitely overweight. Slight balding of the hair. It's kind of a light sandy brown color. Fairly prominent eyes, and a slightly large, broad nose.
Jalu will also add that they had others with them. Servants, I believe.
You
know
recall
if-
from the ledger that they were not they were accompanied when you checked the ledgers.
Yes, so they could. There very well could be some of them in some of these rooms. Just a word of caution.
But Tarn will also recall that one of the groups who potentially could be here brought in muscle.
Yes, because they were less fancy looking than the other group of folks, and it was kind of weird. But
Yeah, they brought in some kind of more brutish looking, as opposed to just servants. They had a couple brutish looking guys. You know, either just not servants or kind of just direct guards. They brought in a couple guys who looked kind of like street ruffians, basically. Is kind of a way you would kind of describe it, basically.
Fun times.
mm-hmm.
Oh joy.
So if you get a fight with those folks,
Smoke bomb, run away.
tricky.
They don't have smoke bombs. Not yet.
Well, I suppose could be nearby, and if you need assistance fighting or anything.
True. But I tried to keep the fighting to a minimum as best as possible.
Jalio nods. Understandable. It's already been a ruckus caused here.
Yeah, true. Tried to disguise myself as housekeeping, but I don't know how well that would get me.
Make a.
I'll try that route. I'll go look for like the employee area. Try to grab some.
I tell you what, make a deception check for me.
Okay. 4, here we go. 10. Oof.
I mean,
You will know that so far all of the staff you've noticed are all female and human.
Oh.
time to go drag and to disguise your ears.
I do have long. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said he has long hair.
You're also much taller.
Yeah, that's true. Some humans could be freakishly tall, right?
I mean, he's 5'9", but you know.
Sweat your ears.
So I know that the rooms are on the
One's on the first, one's on the second.
first floor and second floor.
Yes.
Is there like a courtyard to this area or no? Or is it just like
There's no courtyard, no.
there's no courtyard?
It's just it's a really large kind of like block building, basically. Like it's
Okay.
it's kind of like a manor almost sized. It's a very large inn, but there's not like a courtyard. I think it's just a big manor but house, basically.
Do the second floor rooms, when we were walking into the building, did I notice if any of the second floors, like, rooms had a balcony or anything?
You weren't sure. You know, there were a couple like areas on the front, but you didn't see around the sides and the back and stuff like that where some of these rooms might be. So they may or may not. You weren't sure.
So I'm gonna go outside downstairs to where I know the first room is gonna be, and try to peek inside the window to see if there's anybody in the room.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Do you want to roll anything or?
How do you do? I can remember how you do this for. I will do it. Tell you what, we're gonna do this. That way we can. So you're gonna try and stealth it to the window and check inside, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So I will whisper that. 1 second.
Okay, I'm just waiting.
I'm typing spec. Don't worry.
It's all good. It's all good. But Chungus, you'd probably see Jialu leave a bit after after Bartoran leaves.
Right.
Can I reply to that?
Directly to me, yeah. You can just switch it back to me.
How would I?
Right click the dice tower.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Oh, I see. I can just do /WGM.
Yeah, you can do that too. But I find it's easier just to right click. Because then you don't accidentally say it out loud.
Do what?
Then you don't accidentally potentially say it out loud.
Fair. Oh.
Is there a bar here?
Yeah, there is a bar. There's an inn. You also know that Jalu would have told you that there is a like a dining kind of area where people came to have gathered. As he would probably have told you, that is where you all met Giorgio and Roberto.
Jalu did, yeah.
I'll go stuff my face.
Okay.
Unless partner needs a muscle.
Potentially. Trying to think here. While I'm outside, I'm gonna check around the back and sides of the building to see if there's any balconies.
Okay, you notice some balconies, yes.
All right. Do I notice any? Is there a balcony there where I know the other room to be?
There is not.
Damn.
As you look up where you think the other the window might be, you just kind of see
Yeah.
like a railing. So it's just like a railing, not like a balcony, but like a railing against the window.
So basically, you open the window and you just kind of lean on the railing.
Essentially, yes. It's
Damn.
almost like it's in the window sill.
Oh, okay. I figured as much. It's basically one of those you just it's there for semi-protection, but also to give you something to lean on in case you want to get some fresh air in the morning. Nothing exactly for you to just walk out on. Okay. Is there a balcony on the room next to that room?
There's also a negative.
Fuck. Where's the nearest balcony?
And
Could be
me.
one above it.
Oh.
Three windows down. There's a large kind of balcony area. It's almost like almost like you would come out and and it has a couple chairs and stuff like
Okay.
that on it.
All right. Is there anybody around me at this point in time, where I am? Is there am I on the side of the building or the back of the building?
You are on the back of the building right now.
Is it busy? Is there lots of foot traffic?
You've noticed a couple people walking in and out. That seems to be mostly staff, unloading some wagons, bringing some stuff in, things like that.
All right, so I was gonna try and scale the building, but not with the staff there. They'll give me funny looks. Oh, I know. Is there perhaps a drain like a downspout on the corner of the building, like the far side of the building, away from the employee entrance?
I would say yeah. There's some kind of like, pipe or something like that.
Cool. I'm gonna walk over there and see if there's like if it's with noticeable like if it gets lots of foot traffic, and if not, I'm gonna try and climb it. To like how before I do that, how tall is this building? Like how many stories is it?
It's about 2.5. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I can get to the roof, no problem. I have a climbing speed of 30 feet. So I'm gonna move. I'm gonna walk over to. I'm gonna just nonchalantly make my way over to the downspout, like the drain spout,
Mm-hmm.
and look around to see if it's like I said before, if there's any sort of foot traffic, anybody paying me any attention or anything.
Nobody that you notice now.
Cool. I am going to climb the downspout to the roof of the building.
Athletics check, please.
Athletics.
Yes. While he is doing that, Chungus, what are you doing?
I want to
Please
stuff
be
my
good.
face.
So, you've been in the room.
The dining hall.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You have stepped out. You've seen Batoran kind of walk out and leave. And then a few moments later, you saw Jalou leave. And you've decided to leave as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you've gone to the dining area.
Yep.
All right.
Take your time. I'm ready for you to get back to me whenever.
I love when y'all split the party for me. Makes my job so much easier.
I mean, I'm doing a thing. I'm doing reconnaissance.
And what's Barterin gonna do? Is he gonna throw me at the window?
No, I'm climbing the building.
Yeah,
Or I could throw you, actually.
he's outside and you have no idea where he's at. You don't know that he's outside, but you don't know where he left. You just know he left.
Yeah, before I left, I tell the party, like, all right, I'm going to go do some reconnaissance. I'll be back as soon as I have some pertinent information.
All right. Chungus, as you kind of step through these kind of large, opulent doors that are held open for you, did you get dressed, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing my regular animal skins.
Okay. One lady will come and go, Sir, that is a fine fur. Might I ask where you acquired that? As she kind of, like, rubs the cat pelt over your shoulder.
Drugbug Jungle. Big Sabertooth.
I'm not familiar with that store, sir.
It's far out. Near Ankh-Morpork, across ocean.
I can say I've not been across the ocean. If I ever do, I will most certainly have to look that store up, because that is a fine fur, sir. And she kind of walks through the door.
Right.
Yes, good bargain. Didn't even put up much fight.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. And she kind of wanders off. You will see a kind of a short young lady come to you. Would you care for a table, sir?
Does the table have meat?
But we can get you some meat, sir. Come, sit. And she'll guide you over to a table.
Yeah. So I go to the table, hop up on the chair.
Okay. You're at a table by yourself. She's kind of got you back in a kind of a back corner area. And she goes, is there anything I can get you besides meat, sir?
Meat.
Any particular kind, sir?
Meat.
Roast meat.
Coming right up, sir. And she walks away. As you look around the room, people kind of take a notice of you. But, it's fairly full in here. People seem to be having large dinners. and having a rather sociable conversation. Lots of people are smoking and drinking, things along those lines. Different groups of people.
I'm gonna try to listen in on different conversations while waiting for the food.
Oh.
Okay, so you do that. Making perception. All right, Bertoran. So you're able to scale up the. You're up to the roof. Chungus says you're gonna kind of listen. You'll kind of listen around for a little bit as she brings you out these two large roast of rack of ram, giant spit roasted rack of lamb.
I immediately start stuffing my face.
Okay, so you're kind of gnawing away real loudly.
Yes.
Good. All right, so Batoran, you have managed to successfully scale onto the roof. You kind of flip onto the roof and are now on top of the building roof.
Cool. I am going to... So, from where I am on top of the roof, is there any sort of, like, would anybody have any sort of line of sight on me from like, anywhere else, or is this kind of, like, like, against a wall, like, the building itself against a wall or anything?
There's a potential for people to have line of sight. You know, if they were staying directly below, like, along the railing, they wouldn't, but if they're kind of far out, you could potentially be seen, yes.
Alright, so... with that in mind, I am going to crouch down, sort of like go into an army crawl position, like kind of like skitter my way across the rooftop as silently as possible, as slowly as possible, like half my speed, like 15 feet at a time, to make my way to where I believe the second room to be.
Okay, so you move along the roof.
Yep. And when I get there, I am going to peek, not like full on look, just kind of like stick my head over to the side to see if there's anybody like immediately below and or around the immediate vicinity that could potentially look up and see me.
Okay. Perception as you look over the side of the rail.
Gladly. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait,
Those-
that's nature. That was a nature. Why did I do nature?
That's a fantastic question. I needed perception.
I don't know. Perception.
Yeah, determine-
Oh, there we go. That's a hell of a lot better.
As far as you can tell, it looks okay. You don't see anybody. It looks clear down there. You're kind of shielded a little bit. As it's not, there's not a door on that side, so there's nobody coming in or out. So
Excellent.
you're able to kind of look over the edge if you'd like.
Yes, I am going to look over the edge, hang down enough so that just my head is over there that allows me to look into the room.
Okay.
Do I see anything in the room?
Well, as you lean over, I need you to make an athletics check for me, please.
Athletics, okie dokie, please be good. 13.
Good enough. As you start to lean over, you realize that the middle roof, you kind of slide. You have to kind of catch yourself on the gutter system. I'm gonna
Fair
hold
enough.
yourself, so you're not gonna hang much more over the edge than you had planned, but you
Shit.
are able to keep from falling.
All right, I am going to peek my head into the look into the room if the curtains are open. If the curtains are not open, I am just going to haul myself back over the roof and get down.
Okay, so you kind of peer in. As you look around the room, you notice two rather large, kind of Galactor-sized men sitting at a table playing cards.
Can I tell who's winning?
Not from the direction you're going. You can't see their cards.
Fair enough. Where are they in conjunction to the main room, like the entrance?
You aren't sure where the entrance is at. You can. They appear to be somewhat centralized.
Okay, so they're pretty much like in the center of the room.
They're at least center from. They're closer in towards the center from the wall that that the window was on. From there, you aren't sure.
Okay. All right, so this room has two big burly men,
Is-
and
At least that's what you can see through the small opening window.
At the very least, this room has at least 2 big burly men, and the room on the bottom has 4 servants preparing dinner.
Yes, as far as you're aware.
All right. Going to haul myself back up onto the roof and skitter myself back down the roof and reconvene with everybody.
I like how we had a little whisper section there, and we just kind of ignored that. It went on.
Fair.
All right.
Yeah, I was expecting more than that, but oh well.
Yeah. It became a headache, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
In all
fair.
honesty, it's like I knew where you were going, but at the same time, it's just like that's a little bit time consuming, you know. So I figured just cut out the middleman, and obviously I'm just gonna relay once I meet back up with everybody else, like with Chungus and Jalu. I just gonna and obviously our cleric, assuming he came to dinner, I'm gonna relay the information I found with the rest of the party. Like, all right, so you know.
Right. Does Jellu happen to see
One moment.
Bartorin at any point when he returns? Or
You have not noticed Batoran. No, but inside, you're inside, and
Yeah.
he's outside. So outside,
Right,
sitting at a window.
yeah, but I'm assuming he's coming back in, and then
Yes. Which way is he coming back? Which way are you coming back in, Batoran?
Probably the same way I went out. Like, I assume I went out the front doors or the side door if there's a side door. No,
There's
obviously
a
not.
front door. So you
There's
went
a
back
front
out the main
door.
entrance. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you come back inside. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm going to assume the first thing I hear is Chungus's loud ass eating.
It's not that loud. It's
Okay.
it's decently loud, but it's not. It's loud in the room, but it's not that loud. So
Alright,
it's
fair
not
enough.
decent. Yeah. So as he comes back in, you kind of like as you're going past, you can kind of see Batoran Jelly just kind of standing quietly, just kind of. Almost like I imagine him like standing with a note, like a newspaper, just kind of leaned up, just kind of reading the newspaper and just kind of listening to people as they go past.
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
And so you kind of look over, you see Batoran kind of just slow, like he just kind of steps and just kind of casually walks, hands in his pockets.
It's like
Kinda-
do.
Yeah, Steamboat Willie. Yeah, just
Yep.
kind of casually step down the hallway, and you see him casually just kind of make a turn into y'all's room.
All right.
I was going to go have dinner.
After a moment, Jellu will close up his little newspaper thing and walk back to the room.
All right, so you kind of close back in. Batoran, as you step in the room, you notice Chungus is no longer here.
I walk, it's like, huh, Chungus isn't here. But I have noticed Jalu on my way in.
You did not notice him, no.
Okay. Fair enough.
So Jalu, who you knew was leaving, is not here, and
Fair enough.
Chungus.
And Chungus, like, I wonder where Chungus is. That's like, and then me being me, be like,
Drogo just goes food, and goes back to
Yeah.
prayer.
oh, makes sense. Thanks.
And then after a moment, I guess Jellu would be entering in.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. So as a moment goes by, you see Jalu. You step back in, and you see Batoran.
And as you hear me,
Close the door.
like you open the door and you just hear me go, huh? Yeah, I guess that would make sense. And then I just assume you go, what makes sense? I'd be like, Chungus going to get food.
I'm back.
Hey, he's back.
We just got pizza.
Oh, how about that?
Nice.
So Chungus went and got food.
Yes, exactly. Chungus
Yeah.
went and got food. Both in game and out of game, Chungus went to get
Right.
food.
Anyway, Jellu, as Jellu kind of closes the door when he walks in, he'll go over to Bartorin and say, "So what did you find?"
Well, bottom level, there is at the very least 4 servants preparing a small dinner for somebody. I'm assuming they're their boss, and the upper level, I managed. There was no. Fuck, what was it called? Veranda, not veranda.
Ledge.
No, not yes, but no. Balcony. There was no balcony for me to climb up to or climb down to, so to speak. So I just kind of hung myself over the roof and saw in through the window. The curtains were parted just enough for me to see at least two burly men. They were playing cards. Don't know who was winning. Couldn't really see their cards. Couldn't really see the table. Just I know that they were playing cards, and they were just kind of centered in the center of the room. Obviously, it's one of those things where like I've seen this enough times before to know it's like they've been left behind, so to speak, but there's no guarantee that they're by themselves. And the four on the bottom, they're just servants, so they shouldn't pose much of a threat. Again, I don't wanna like, if we have to get into a fight, I'd rather the minimal amount of casualties. So if anything, we should probably go with the bottom room, try to intimidate them, and knock them out. Whereas if we have to go full frontal, we could do that as well. Or we could have somebody try to distract someone in some way, shape, or form, like go on two fronts in some way, shape, or form. Somebody go, like two people go to the one room, two people go to the other room.
Would we have any more advantage sneaking in at night? Though they would all be.
If anything, I would say maybe the bottom room, because again, the top room, big burly guys, they probably have them on rotating shifts. Bottom room, it just seems like, just rich fancy dude with servants. The servants probably sleep as well, or they probably have like their own room in some way, shape, or form. So my money would probably be on the bottom room. Top room, 50-50 shot. More on the lines of the bad 50, where we walk in, I pick the lock, and bam, there's people waiting there for us, and we cause a commotion. Whereas with the bottom room, there's probably a good chance that he might be asleep, and if there are people in there, we can probably find a way to just knock them out while they're asleep, keep them unconscious, and go about our business, and then leave like it's nobody's business.
All right.
And I don't know about you, but I'm kind of hungry. Want to go get some food with Chungus?
I'm not exactly hungry, but we might as well go see how he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention, probably would help to have something in your stomach before we start tonight. Don't want, stomachs going off in the middle of the night, i.e. Chungus, and waking everybody up.
Very well then. Drogo?
You want to join us for dinner?
I have had my nourishment, thank you.
Okay. Did you want to join us in tonight's festivities, or? And Bartroy just kind of leaves it hanging in the air, or do you just want to, just pretty much leaving it unsaid, or do you just want to stay here all night?
Drogo will look down at his heavy mail shirt and go, I don't believe sneaking it over him would be of my skill set, sir.
Point.
You could still be nearby in case things go south.
You'd just be casually walking the halls and then, oh no, somebody cries out for help. And you rush in to see what's going on.
That I can do, sir.
Hey, do we have a plan? Alright, let's go find Chungus, because I'm hungry. Let's go stuff. I want to go eat.
Alright, I guess
we can pour this plan is, but it's okay.
Jalu and Bartoran going to the
dining hall to find Chungus.
Alrighty. So you all start walking your way down the hallway.
Yes.
As you do, okay, so as you walk along, so you go along.
Yep.
How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? 1 second.
not concerning at all.
He's preparing a thing.
Completely normal. Yes.
Yep. It's just like, how do I want to do it? It's like, just walking down the hall, right? Yes, to go get dinner. Like everybody else.
Yes.
Let me just do a thing. Uh-huh. Okay. How do I want to do this? Give me a second. I was like, okay.
As you're going along, Batoran, you all start noticing people, there's servants and what looks like different kinds of servants and house staff and so on and so forth walking past you all.
Yep.
As you all are walking in the hall, however, Batoran, you feel two hands grab you and basically kind of shove you into what amounts to a closet.
Oh, shit!
Does Jalu notice this? Question.
Let's find out.
Oh,
How would I not notice that with my passive perception of 16?
No, you don't.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you keep walking along.
Wait, is Drogo? Oh, that's right. Drogo's not with us. He stayed in because he ate all
No.
the
Drogo is not with you all. Galactor is not with you all, and Chungus is not with you. But Torin, all of a sudden, you are whisked into a broom closet. A man in kind of a with a hood up and some what looks like some staff clothing is standing there in front of you. Jalu, let's see. How far do you get?
Oh gosh.
All right, so Jalu, you have made it to the door of the dining hall.
Okay.
That are open.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Bertrand. We'll get back to you in a second.
Yep. I figured.
And as you walk in, they go. A young lady goes, "Sir, yes, come in. May I get you a table, sir?" She looks around and goes, "Unfortunately, sir, I believe we don't have a table. Unfortunately, that rather short, large gentleman over there took the last one.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to make a reservation, we can get you seated in probably maybe about an hour." As you know, she points over to where Chungus is sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I shout over, "He with me!"
Everybody kind of looks over at you and then looks back at Jalu.
I'm with him.
This is great. Great. This is fantastic.
The room is relatively getting filled with smoke. People are eating and smoking and having conversation. She goes, yes. Follow me. And she will lead you over. And goes and sits you, and the chairs put out. Sir, would you like something to eat?
What's on the menu?
1 second.
Sure thing. Also, Jelly glances a little bit around the room, like, where the hell did Bartoring go? Oh well, he does this weird shit, anyways. Probably.
I mean,
wanted
you're not
to
wrong, but this time it wasn't intentional.
Right.
She will go, yes, we have beefsteak, roasted lamb, underroot fond, boiled broccoli, oatmeal, custard, a large array of pies, mini ales, sir. What would you like?
I suppose I'll take the custard.
What's a custard?
Oh god.
At that moment, you notice, as you're speaking to her, you realize that you have now found yourself without Batoran.
Oh, okay. Now I notice that. Yeah.
Yes. As you're kind of sitting there, you're like,
Yeah, he just kind of looks around the room to try and see if maybe Bartoran just like.
You're kind of like, and you kind of lean over like she's gonna ask him a question. You hear her go, "Well, so I'll be right back with your food," and you're like, and you kind of look over and like, "What about Batoran?" And you're like, "He's not there."
And then he just shrugs and is like, "Well,
Yeah,
Bartoran
whatever.
has his moments."
You don't say anything?
He was with me earlier. He must have ducked out for some reason.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, so as that is going on, so as she's like, I will be back with your food in a moment. But Torin, as you're standing there, you hear, I told you to keep quiet. Start asking questions and bad things happen.
I say to him in Thieves' Cant, I'm sorry, do I know you?
He'll pull his hood back and goes, I gave you sound advice, son. And you didn't listen. Y'all ran around here with your dicks hanging out like a bunch of dumbasses, and look what it got you. Now everybody knows y'all are here.
Wait, is this the same guy I paid?
Yes.
Oh, it's the dude I paid off. I'd be like...
The homeless beggar dude that you gave 6 gold pieces to, as I recall.
Yeah, because again, I've got money to burn, so it's not like I'm using it at this point in time. If anything, I'd only ever use it just
You're real
buy more
Robin
healing
Hood. We
potions.
get it.
I mean, technically, yes, but only when it suits me. For the most part, I'm liable to hoard the money. But if it'll get me somewhere, I'm not opposed to spending it.
What's that line from Gone from the 60 Seconds? Or like Robin Hood? Take from the rich and give to the needy, because we really need this.
Yes. Take from the really needy. Take from the rich and give to the needy. I'm the needy. I really need this. I give it to me.
He goes, now, I told you ought to keep quiet and don't tell nobody. And look what it's got you. You had a fight in a friggin' bath hall. You killed 2 people. The Silk Handkerchief knows you're here. The other people know you're here. You done blowed it, son. They know you're coming. They don't know why yet, but they got a feeling.
So should we just kill them and get it over with, or back off? Because at this point I could go either way. More towards the former, less so to the latter. Because I was trying to take a bath and they interrupted me, and I don't take kindly to being interrupted in my bath time. That's me time.
Well,
Nobody
son, now
fucks with my
listen.
me time.
Listen, y'all brought that one on yourselves, alright? Y'all done come in here and start asking questions. Questions did not need to be asked.
I'm not the one
Very
that asks
loudly.
questions.
From people who did not need to be asked those kind of questions. You started trusting the wrong people. You've been trusting the wrong people here.
I assume you're referring to the staff here.
Could be other people. Y'all talk to the wrong. How many people y'all talked to since y'all been here? Quite a lot. We notice this stuff too. And if we notice, they notice.
Everybody notices something at some point in time, I'm sure.
So, now, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. One more.
All right.
Don't tell nobody what you're doing. Ever. Because you don't know who they're working for. It might go all the way to the top. It might start at the bottom. You don't know. But you never know who they're working for. They could be working for the man and you don't know it.
How do I know you're not working for the man?
You can trust me. Because I've been giving you sound advice since the beginning.
Or Torrin wants to inside that just because, like, he just pulled him out of the blue, out of nowhere.
Sure, go ahead.
Like, cast.
Sure, go right ahead and insight that and see what you get.
Alright, fair enough. Plus
Meanwhile, while that's going on...
Oh shit, nat 20!
Ooh.
You get the impression he's being completely truthful with you.
Like, alright, I hear you loud and clear.
Alright.
I will stop asking questions, and I will get the rest of the party to shut the fuck up.
He goes, now, here's the deal. Your little auction is fixing to happen real soon.
Okay, how soon is real soon? And do you have a lead as to where it might be?
By real soon being the next little while.
Days, hours, weeks, months. I'm assuming days.
Let's say that the sun won't set before the next one.
So, tomorrow. Alright, it's happening tomorrow.
Let me give you another clue, since apparently that one didn't sink in. You don't have a secret auction in the middle of the broad damn daylight, son. That'd be damn stupid.
Well, no shit. Anybody worth their salt would know having a secret auction in broad daylight is the dumbest idea ever. Unless you're doing it intentionally to throw it off of another secret auction.
Yeah, but then you need another secret auction to hide the first two, so you're kind of screwed.
Ow.
So here's the deal. I can get you one thing.
What's the one thing?
I can get you a lead of who you might be able to talk to find out where this auction just might be taking place.
Okay. I feel like there's a butt coming on. What's the butt?
Well, you ain't gonna like this. She kind of might run the city guard.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Bartorian curses in Sylvan. Jesus Christ, fuck no. And then he switches back to common. Sorry, I have a tendency to do that when I deliver news that I really don't like to hear.
Now I can set up a meeting. You see, being a poor beggar as we are, you know, we're helpful to the city guard, and the city guard owes us a favor or two, and I've helped her out in times in the past, and so forth. But a thieving, roguish type like yourself ain't gonna sit real pretty.
Would you rather? I mean, I can always send the monk.
Y'all best
Or
might be
a
at
cleric.
best y'all go together. If you
Alright.
catch my good. But you see, I don't know what all information he's gonna give you. But you see, the silk handkerchief's been under their radar for a while, and you know, if you help them out, they might be willing to provide that information.
So basically, you promise to give them the silk handkerchief, or a good sizable chunk of it, and they might be inclined to tell us where the auction is being held.
You might be able to say it like that. You also might be able to say it if you prove that they're racketeering and lay them out on a platter for them. They might be wanting to come in and tie their hands up for you, and you might all get what we want.
I see. How soon can you set up the meeting?
Well, tell you what. Do you want this meeting or not?
Yes.
All right then. I'll let you know when the meeting will be.
All right.
You see him turn to open the door.
I assume no more broom closet meetings.
You are making a far large assumption, son.
I thought so. It was worth a shot. And this entire conversation has been happening in Thieves' Cant, I assume.
Sure, if you would like for it to be, that's fine.
Yeah. That in case anybody just happens to be walking by, they don't hear this happening. They don't hear this conversation going on in common. They just hear it going on in gibberish. And it's
Alright.
like, whatever, you know?
So he opens the door and walks out.
I wait a few minutes and then leave behind him.
Okay.
And then I make my way back down to the dining room, where I was originally going to eat.
Alright. So while that's happening, Jalu, your custard has been brought out. It is a nice, wonderful, bright sapphire.
Nice.
Or saffron colored one. So it's a
That's like sapphire. That's a very blue custard.
saffron. So it's
Get me one of those.
it's a fairly expensive one. It is gold in color.
Damn.
I mean,
it
saffron's
has
more
gold in
expensive. Saffron's more expensive than gold, so by a lot. Like in real life, it's more expensive than gold.
Yep.
By a lot. So it's a 4 gold custard.
All right.
But it's a big custard kind of pie. And it's this big kind of big thick custard. It's baked and stuff like that. You chow down to it, and it is delicious. It is incredibly sweet. It's got kind of a good puddingy, almost like a solid kind of almost a just starting to get solid kind of feel to it, like a real good cheesecake.
See.
As you're there,
I look at the waiter, point to the custard, and say, "I want 4 of those."
Oh my god!
Oh.
and the waiter goes, yes, sir. And so
And beer.
Yes, sir. And so the waiter walks away, immediately back towards the kitchen. As this is all going on, Jalu, you have been listening in, kind of intently.
Kind of.
Yes.
Between spoonfuls of custard.
Extremely nice, expensive custard, mind you. And you've the conversation is you're not sure, but you kind of get the hint that people are almost talking to each other almost in a slight code.
Huh. Interesting. Can I try to make sense of the code, or is it too obtuse for Jalu?
Give me an intelligence check, just a flat intelligence.
Just intelligence? Okay.
Yeah, see what you get.
You got it, boss. Hey.
You get the impression something is going to happen relatively soon. And then a lot of people here seem to be here for the same reason.
Okie dokie.
Yes, and you picked up on that. You're not sure exactly what they're going on about. You're not sure exactly when. It's just kind of like that, hey, it's becoming kind of close to time, and oh, you're here for that too, huh? Kind of deal, based on what you're getting.
Okay. I think Jalu could kind of take a guess, but for now he'll just mull it over as he's eating his fancy custard.
Okay. Alrighty.
When do I walk in?
One sec.
Okay.
Make a kind of roll do I want to have you make?
Who knows?
Make an investigation as you kind of scan the room a little bit.
Okay.
You have noticed a few people you have seen here before.
Mm-hmm.
Giorgio is here. Ricardo is here. There's some other people you noticed. You weren't sure who they are, but you've noticed them to be here last time you were in this establishment eating.
Right.
And about that moment, as you're kind of taking notes of this and eating your custard, you see the waiter come out with a tray full of 4 custards and 2 large beers. And just kind of sets it down in front of Chungus. Followed behind by Batoran, who has just walked in and just kind of walked up to the table. Not even being sat. Like everybody
Chungus
else.
just grabs a handful of custard and slams it in his mouth.
At this point, I go, Chungus, what did we say about utensils? Use them. At least when we're out in public.
Jalu, make a perception check for me.
Okie dokie.
thank you. So as you're listening, as you're
See
kind of paying
everything.
attention, you hear the waiter. You hear a woman at another table say that she would like a custard, and you hear the waiter inform her that the last of the custard has been sold, and she kind of like motions over her shoulder to Chungus.
Jianlu will kind of gesture to one of the waiters and be like, if she wants custard, she can have the rest of mine.
Oh my god, yes. At this point, Bartorin sits himself down and asks, what is presently available on the menu to eat?" Because he knows custards are out of hand because Chungus, being Chungus, took the last of them.
She will say, we still have a few servings of beefsteak, uproot frond, a fairly large helping of broccoli, and I believe there might even be a serving of oatmeal, but that might be cold if you're okay with that.
I will gladly take some of the beef. And what do you have to drink, please?
Your standard ale, wine, milk.
I'll have a mug, jar, glass, tankard of ale.
Ah, very good, sir.
One. Please and thank you.
Ah, yes.
And after he leaves, Bartorin is just going to just look at Jalu and just nod, not say anything like, just like, look, I know it's gone. Good reason for it, type of that, just like, trust me. And then if you turn back to Chungus, like, God damn it, Chungus, for the umpteenth time, your goddamn utensils! We're in public!
Jianlu will just say to Bartorin, I suppose you had to use the facilities for a moment.
Yes. Yeah, I had to. You know, nature calls. Gotta answer.
Right. Of course.
That goes back to Chungus. Damn it, Chungus.
So
I pick up the fork.
Knife.
you
I
pick up.
I pick up the fork and raise it at Bartorin.
And then you proceed to like pick up the entire, like you put it underneath the entire pastry and just shovel it all in one go in your mouth. It's like
Yeah.
Please say you do that. Please say you do that. Please say you do that.
I'm gonna attempt to do that.
Yes.
Make a dexterity roll for me, please.
Flat decks.
Flat dex, baby.
Oh,
Oh shit.
most
All right.
inconspicuous.
So you get up to just in front of your mouth, and the custard breaks and just lands all down your chest and into the floor. As the
Start eating
woman
off.
who asked for a custard looks on in horror.
I start eating it off the floor.
Jianlu once again just kind of points to his bowl, be like, you want some?
Wait, don't we have like 3 other custards at the table?
You're down to 2 now.
Oh shit, we're down to 2. Like,
Well, he
You
did
want
8 1. This is
two?
he ate 1, and now 1's on the floor. The lady gets up, gets red in the face, and kind of gets up and just storms out.
Okay.
and then
More custard for us.
Bartorin politely calls after her, I was going to offer you one of the other non-touched ones, but oh well. And with that, Bartorin just apologized, like, I'm sorry. He's not usually like this. It's been some time since he last had some decent food.
His etiquette could still use some work, of course.
Agreed. I have been trying. My next step is it's a trial with him. You know this, Xiaolu. I mean, the amount of times I've been trying to teach him about money. Oh my god! Don't even get me started. The amount of times I've seen him almost give away so much money. And Bartorin just stares off like this 1,000-yard stares, like having more flashbacks, like he has seen some shit. Just like
Chungus sort of looks up and he's like, "Oh, money! I have money." He pulls out his entire money bag and
No.
Yeah, he
puts it
just
on the table.
dumps on the table.
It's all my money.
oh my god, no, Chungus, run away.
You notice now that people are kind of paying attention to you all, and they're kind of looking as to what's going on. Like they notice the money sack, and they're like, "What's going on over yonder?"
Wait, what were they saying?
They're kind of like, "What's going on over yonder?" As they're kind of now
Nothing
paying
to
attention.
see here. Just my compatriot not knowing his manners in public. And Bartorin just kind of like hastily puts like just tries to grab Chungus's money off the table with the full intent of giving it back to him.
Hey, that's my money.
Just trying to get away from
Get
prying
your
eyes.
own.
It's like, Chungus, I will get this back to you. Can I try to roll sleight of hand to see if to see how good I am at getting this off the table, away from prying eyes?
You can do it at disadvantage.
Okay. Oof. 16.
Still
The other one was a
15.
17. That would have been a 28.
All right, so you kind of slide it off the table, and just kind of hide it a little bit.
Yeah, I pushed it like under the table. Like, Chungus, I will get this back to you later.
And then I go back to the floor and start eating the rest of the custard.
No.
So you're just gonna leave the custard on your chest?
Oh, I eat that off my
For
chest
later.
too.
Save it for
I'll,
later.
I'll put it in my pocket for later.
Oh God, help us all.
This is totally something Chungus would do. Like, he would do it.
I eat the custard off the floor.
Oh my god, I wish Dan was here for this.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Jelly just kind of sighs, says,
Bartora just like, yeah, I know. It's a trial with Chungus. It's a very long and trying
So
trial.
Chungus is devouring this custard off the floor.
Chungus's abilities are greater in the other aspects.
Oh god, yes.
So
At
I
what
think
point
it
in
is worth
time
the
does...
trade-off.
Yeah. I assume my food has come out by now?
Yeah. They
Alright.
they bring out your
Yeah,
steak and so on.
I apologize profusely to the waiter. Like, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. He's not normally like this. Like,
Yeah, I
deepest
am.
apologies. Chungus, shut up!
And the waiter
And
goes,
I just
okay.
like I give up. Like,
We never get this stuff in tribe.
Bartor just gives up and just starts eating. Like, he just starts eating. Like, oh god. He takes a bite, like he eats a little bit of the beefsteak, drinks some ale, pacing himself, so that he's not drunk, obviously, because he's only having the one. He's having the one he's having the meal and the drink, and that's it. As opposed to Chungus, who is stuffing himself silly.
You'll take a bite of the steak. The steak is fairly good. It's not as elegant as the custard, but the steak is fairly decent and so forth. And the ale is not bad. The steak has been a little cool. It's been cooked for a while.
That's fine. Bartora's mostly in it for the
It's
iron.
getting reasonably late for dinner at this point.
So I assume everybody's filtering out.
They're more sitting around talking and smoking.
Okay.
What do y'all do?
Once everyone's finished,
Yeah.
Jalu will kind of stand up and go, well, I suppose it's time for us to take a bit of a rest in our rooms for a moment.
Yeah, probably a good idea to retire for a short while. Chungus? Bartoran just looks over at Chungus, assuming by now he has finished eating.
That's a broad assumption.
Yeah. So that's a fantastic question. Sock, what is Chungus doing at this point in time, now that Bartoran and Xiaolu have finished their food?
He's probably finishing up the last of his. He's got some
Fair
of the
enough.
leftover meat. He's dipping it into the custard.
Oh boy. I assume everybody's just looking on in curiosity and abject horror, like, dear God.
There's a bit of conversation about Chungus's antics amongst the group. They're a little confused. They're not sure exactly why there's a savage in their midst. They seem to be. There's a little unhappiness about that factor.
Barthorn just chuckles inwardly at that, but like he chuckles inwardly at the fact that these people are a little uncomfortable with Chungus, but he puts on a facade on the outside like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I swear he's not like this. But inwardly, he's just laughing in delight like, yeah, suck it.
And so...
At this point, I'm also pretty drunk.
Yeah, that's right. How many
Shocking.
drinks did you have?
Oh Lord.
Come on, Chungus, let's
Just
go.
make a con save.
One,
You just gotta make a con save.
12 con save, you say?
Yes, please. That has no effect on you.
There you go.
It is fairly nourishing, but it is it is nothing for your iron will, basically.
Iron gut. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, you've drank far worse.
Bro.
Far stronger.
Muddy ponds are far stronger.
Yep. So, actually, we make our way back to our rooms with Chungus
Yeah.
in tow.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Like, literally in tow.
Yes, literally in tow.
Like,
Chungus
drag
Grabbing
is
him by his
literally being
toe.
dragged. But Armin, like, I've got one arm. Xiaolu has the other. We're literally just dragging Chungus back to the room like, come on, buddy. Let's get you some sleep, man.
Got my arms up like Christ.
Yeah, you're just like dragging like this 300-pound gnome through the hallway.
Pretty much.
Well, I picture more. It's like Jalu kind of has his hand on Chungus's back, and then he just has a hold of his arm.
Yeah, same.
I'm like,
It's
okay, come
we're
on.
like,
Yeah,
we're like,
it's like come on, come
we're
on.
like propping him up.
Yeah.
Like propping him up to get him up the stairs.
Basically, yes. Making him look more just assisting him rather than just dragging his ass.
Yeah, yeah. When I say
Okay.
drag, I mean like physically, like not actively dragging him, just like when I say drag, I mean like Xiaolu said, just like helping him along back to the room, but
Yeah.
effectively dragging him, so to speak.
Okay. So you all guide him back into the
Yes.
the room. Okay. So you all come back in the room. Durgo is still quietly. He is in the corner, just quietly meditating.
Mhm.
No way.
As soon as we are all in the room, I turn, shut, and lock the door.
Do y'all want to take a break right this second for like 5 minutes? Take a bio break and stuff before we
Sure.
start?
Yeah, that's a good
All
idea. So,
All right.
All right. So you all have gotten up from the table and have guided Chungus down the hallway and arrived back in the room. Drogo was still sitting there. He's basically in a transic prayer at this point.
As we're walking in, I start saying, I'm telling you, 3 of them at the same time.
Drogo he opens an eye and then goes back to his transic prayer. You see Galactor is over in the corner, and you can see like almost arcanic energy, like he's like flexing up his arms and back down, and like this arcanic energy is almost like pulsating out from like his biceps and stuff, as he's kind of like he's working, almost like a workout. What do you all? So you all come back in.
Yep.
And
I shut and lock the door. I cover up. Is there an eye hole on these doors, or is that not a thing yet?
that is not a thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw the curtains.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Light
It
a
is now dark inside the room as you draw the only light.
Well, clearly there's a candle in there, right?
There wasn't. There can be now. The light from outside was the last light that was on at the moment. But the curtains are drawn. You all turn around and light a
It's
couple.
okay. I think Bartorin has dark vision, anyways, right?
Yeah, I can see.
I do.
So you all light a couple candles, and it's still fairly dark. So anybody trying to peer inside wouldn't see much anyway.
Right. Well, I've heard.
Bunch of rich guys.
Well, yes, we'll get to that, Jungus. Don't you worry. Anyways, I listened in on the conversations they were having, and it seems something is about to happen soon. Though I couldn't discern what, but I have an idea.
$20 says your idea is probably exactly what you're thinking. What it is.
Perhaps.
Well, here, you tell me what is it you're thinking of, and you're most likely right.
Well, I figure this has to do with our auction.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man just won $20. Give him a crown.
What are bucks?
Metaphor.
What are
20 gold. 20 gold. You want to be semantic about it? Sure.
It's where Troy is like, all right, cool. Here's 20 bucks, 20 gold pieces.
Yeah. Damn, that was easy.
Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, yeah. Remember how I disappeared for like, how long was I was gone for? Like what, 10 minutes?
Just a couple. That conversation did not take long. Maybe 3
5,
minutes.
10.
Yeah, 3
5
minutes.
Were you really going to the bathroom?
No, I wasn't really going to the bathroom.
I didn't think so.
You remember that the beggar I spoke to and paid for information about what's going down?
I do.
Yeah, that's why I was gone. That's why I disappeared all of a sudden. He pulled me into a broom closet. And we had a fantastic conversation where he berated me for us throwing our weight around, asking questions out in the open to people we shouldn't be asking questions to, because we don't know how high up the chain this entire thing goes. So, the auction is happening within the next 24 hours.
Okay.
And,
So tonight, essentially.
yeah, potentially so. Additionally, he is going to set up a meeting with someone who can potentially help us if we help them.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Initially, I thought
Yeah, it is.
pushed you
Bartorin-
into a room. Been something hostile
I'm
about
sorry about that.
it. Seems
okay.
it's actually helping us. Interesting.
Yeah. There's a bit of a caveat, though. A little bit of a caveat as to who we are going to be speaking to. Unfortunately, I don't see any other option as if we want to get this done as soon as possible and get it all wrapped up in a neat little bow. Captain of the guard.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
This is a
basically,
problem. You, I imagine,
yes.
concerning your.
Yes.
Sure.
Considering my background, yes. That's why. That's why I'm not too keen on talking with the captain of the guard.
Well,
But
talk with
it
them.
needs to be done because they have potentially information as to where the auction is happening. And I'm sure the potentiality is more like an actuality. But of course, them being the guards, they don't. They need to have like some sort of legitimate reason for going in there, and that reason is us. That's where we come in. We are the missing piece. We go in, we infiltrate the auction, we get what we need to get, and we somehow hand the silk handkerchief to the guard on a silver platter. However, by whatever means possible. What was it that the beggar said exactly, Marxo? Like racketeering, smuggling, something like that?
Yeah, basically prove that they're racketeering, illegal auctions.
Basically proof that they're doing illegal shit.
Yeah, basically.
let's see. So this is auction board, which I figured it That's how
Yeah. And that's why all these rich, fancy people are in town for this auction.
well,
And they're all here for that one specific item that we are here for as well.
alright. I suppose maybe we could strike a deal with the guard that we would
Mm-hmm.
help them take care of the situation.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, was it? It's just the captain of the guard we're speaking to, right? Not like the entire guard.
Yes.
All right, so I assume it's like one of those clandestine meetings where.
Yes. However, we do want to make sure that we get the piece of Alaru.
Yeah.
So I
Pretty
think
sure
you
that,
should be the
Once
one
we hand the silver platter, the silk handkerchief over to the guard, they won't give two shits about us. Because we seem to be like,
Right.
they seem to be the higher priority than us. Well, specifically me.
Right. But we want to make sure that piece of Alaru is
Oh,
out
I
of
agree.
sight before the
Yeah,
guards.
definitely.
Find it.
That's where I would. That's
Yes.
I come in.
Very.
And looks over to Dan and then looks over to Glocker. And that's where he comes in as well. Casting invisibility will allow me to find the piece of Alaru, grab it, and then get out.
Right.
Or we just buy it.
I mean, we could
could,
try.
but I don't think Washtree would play by the rules here.
No, something tells me they won't. So if he's not going to play by the rules, we're not going to play by the rules. And if we can get even richer while we're at it, that's just a nice tiny bonus on top.
Shiny's good.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Shiny is very good. More shinies equals more shit that we can buy. But yeah, it seems to be a slightly easier course of action than breaking down doors in the middle of the night and accosting barging in unawares. Trust me, I'm not happy about it because, again, I don't like dealing with authority for very particular reasons. I try to stay away from authority, not go to the authorities.
You have us, so we can deal with it on your behalf.
No. We all have to go. That was the caveat, is we all go. All of us. All 5 of us go.
You get scared, I punch him.
Chungus, no, we're not. We're not punching anybody. I don't get scared. I just don't like dealing with the authorities because then I have to explain things like where this jar, this engraved mug that is clearly not my name came from.
Then might I suggest maybe you go disguised?
If I can find a disguise kit somewhere to
That
buy, I
way.
would. But I'm pretty sure they know what I look like, so. I mean, if this guy is willing to arrange a meeting with the captain of the guards, they know, like, everybody is aware of what we're doing, but not what we're, they know what we're doing, but not exactly what we're doing. Like, they know we're asking questions, but they don't know what we're asking questions about / for. Now, when I say everybody, I mean everybody. The guard, the handkerchiefs, the muscles.
Well, hopefully
the thieves, everybody knows.
Yes, well, hopefully they only consider us just traveling antiquities dealers looking for special items.
Indeed.
That's the story I've been trying to.
That's the story we came up with, and that's the story I'm sticking to. Antiquities traders from the land of Ankh-Morpork with our provisioner of Rincewind. Did we ever give a name to the provisioner or no? Did we ever come up with a name for our quote unquote boss who's financing this expedition? I'm asking this above. I'm asking this out of character, like above game.
Yeah.
Y'all never told me.
I
Nope.
don't think we did.
We did, no.
The Duke
I'm
of
all for
Duckington.
what now?
Oh my god.
What was that name?
This is my old character,
What was the name?
The Ducker.
Duke of Duckington.
Duke of Duckington. I love it.
Oh, man.
And his
But-
signet ring of the duck.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he can't technically be the Duke of Duckington if he's from Ankh-Morpork. Because Ankh-Morpork is its own city,
Unless
It's
it's
in the same
outside.
duchy.
Yeah.
bro.
There you go.
The Duchy of
Duckington.
Duckington. I almost said Duckburg.
Oh shit.
Hey, you know what they say? Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
And with that, we are going to call it a session.
cool.